Hello, my beautiful friends. It's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar with a timeless pick-a-card reading. In this pick-a-card reading, we're going to be looking at the next door opening for you. For some of you, this may be a door that seemed closed to you. Maybe it's like finally opening. For others of you, it might be a door that you haven't yet known about or come to, and you're like suddenly going to open it. It's going to be presented to you. So it might be a surprise for some of you. For others of you, it might be a confirmation of what you've been trying to manifest. You know what I mean? It might come through different ways. And of course, you are more than welcome to choose more than one group if you're feeling thus drawn. We have 5 different groups today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And once you've made your selection, which I will include, something here where you can meditate on the cards if you like. But yeah, once you've made a selection or of 1 or 2 or however many you feel drawn to, you can go find those timestamps down in the description box. I want to say thank you in advance to all of you who donate to the channel, that you say a thank you, like leave a tip. For those of you that comment, like honestly, all of you are so amazing. Thank you so much for being here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 1 here, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and get started and see what door is opening for you. Like I said in the intro, for some of you, this might be a door that you're hoping will open. Maybe you're trying to manifest this door opening. And for others of you, it might come as a surprise. So we've got locked doors can now be opened, which I thought was such a good confirmation because I had the intuition to do this type of reading, and when this card came out, I saw it come out for the first group. I was shuffling, and I was like, no way, that's totally confirmation. So maybe in particular, like some of you that are really here for group number 1 are just like totally getting a very strong message here. So what door will be opened. I feel like you're letting go of a darker chapter or a darker situation with the Death card. This might be that you're really like moving on on a grand scale in your life. You know what I mean? And there's a part of you that is really letting go of the past. We also have the false person here, which is very interesting. For some of you, if you've dealt with things like being lied to, cheated on, fake friends, any sort of nasty people. Maybe it's someone bad at work as an example. You know what I mean? Like it could be really anywhere where someone's kind of false. They're not who they say they are. What we see here with offering is that there will be kindness extended to you. It's almost like you're manifesting better, maybe even a better person into your life, or a good person. It's almost like the universe is sending you somebody or some situation that will make up for it. For some of you, it might be that you are in some way winning in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because the offering card, it speaks of acts of kindness and, things that are given. So like I said, it could be that maybe someone's lies are exposed and you come out on top, or maybe someone's, falseness or whatnot is exposed. We have here a goal, purpose, expectation, and destination. We've also got calm. So I can tell you that the door that you're unlocking is full of calm. Like I feel like this resolution or this situation, it's like, it's something that allows you, because even with death, it's like you're very peaceful with this. So when you see the Death card, I don't want you to think, oh no, I'm losing somebody, or I'm going to get, especially for those of you, for some of you, this might be about living your authenticity, okay, as well. But there's a calm in this change. It's like you feel peaceful about it. Like you're not worried. Like you're ready to embrace it and leave something behind. You know what I mean? Especially for things that are not making you feel very good here. We have failure, castaway, and poor. Especially for some of you, if you felt like the universe hasn't given you much of a break. Maybe you've dealt with poverty or, money problems or insecurity even. Sometimes we can feel just insecure because we, rent and we're like tight, you know what I mean, on money as an example. It doesn't have to be even we have various ways of this happening, and it's almost like you guys are moving forward from where you feel left out. Maybe even with homeless, it could be like a lack of feeling like you are loved by your family or cared by your family. And here it's like the universe is coming in and saying, here, take this offer of kindness from this person, this new person or this new situation. And then we see here triumph, success, victory, and achievement. And I feel like that's where you're headed. The arrow's pointing towards triumph, towards success. I think you're winning, in some way. And like I said, especially specifically with the false person, for those of you that have dealt with that, you're winning in the sense of like, you're making good alliances. I think you're finding people you're compatible with, especially for those of you that have had like a false person in your life. Like I said, I think that's going to be a big one for some of you. I think regardless, all of you, no matter what the circumstances are, you are attracting more loyal people in your life. Like, that's for sure. That's definitely for sure. And even if it's like, you yourself had to kind of act in a way that was secretive, like perhaps if you had a judgmental family or judgmental friends and you couldn't be yourself around them, this might, be like in relation to like, well, hey, I'm bringing you new people. And what I love about the key here is it says here, locked doors can now be opened. So not only are you getting the confirmation in this reading that we're really on track with the topic, but also you're getting the message that doors can be unlocked. So it's multiple. So this is like more than one thing. I feel like you're actually going to be unlocking a few different doors in the near future. Some of them are in relation to your goals. I think for a lot of you, there's that loyalty aspect here as well. I feel like that's actually for all of you. I do feel like that there is an act of kindness coming your way. Oh, some of you, it might be a loyal marriage partner or loyalty in your marriage or something like that. Maybe for some of you, it's just finding that person that you can trust. Let me bring these over a little bit so you can see. Right? Look at that. We have that alliance, trust, honest, compatibility, marriage, sweet love, couple, dependency. Someone you can depend on, not like the false person. That's the door you're unlocking, one of them. Loyal people, regardless of your circumstances. Maybe some of you are already happily married and it's just friends, vice versa. You know what I mean? What door? How is this blessing their life? Like, what's blessing? Oh, nice. So we have a celebration is coming. We have compliment. Somebody shows their admiration. So again, you might be admired in your life. Like, you know what I mean? Especially with the victory, triumph, success. It's like maybe someone's seeing your potential, your worth. Maybe someone's making you that offer as well. We also have apology. A sincere apology is coming as too. So, and for some of you, this might be really an improver relationship here. If you do get that sincere apology. Or for some of you, it's like, for some of you, I do feel kind of specifically, I'm kind of getting that vision of like where you find peace because there's been justice dealt in some way. So you're able to kind of really find the peace within you to deal with it and let it go and finally move forward. You know what I mean? A lot of times too, I think when we're annoyed about something or whatnot, I feel like it's often healed with progress and, other people, new distractions, new things, you know what I mean? Like say, as an example, we lose a job, we might get, feel more at peace with that when we get a new one, as an example, because then we have something new to focus on, somewhere new to put our attention towards and all that sort of thing. But yeah, so I see stable alliances coming your way. That's a big thing, okay? And like I said, for some of you, that's going to be your relationship is strong. For some of you with the marriage card and the offering, this could be also your marriage partner doing acts of kindness or something good happening within that strengthens the marriage or your union. And again, like I said, we also have this sort of loyalty there with this friendship perhaps as well. What else? Let's see. Yeah, look at this. We have poor, castaway, and failure. And like I said, I think that for some of you, it's like you've always known that that's like this is not who you are. And perhaps your outer life is going to start representing that a little bit more. Maybe for some of you, it's like you constantly have dealt with you know, feeling as if you have a lack of stability. And it's like, no, you're not a failure. You're not a castaway. Especially for those of you that have been like disowned by family or felt left out from family, friends, people in your life. Like I said, I just feel a sense of like really letting go and moving on from those feelings. You know what I mean? And you don't even have to have resentment. Sometimes we don't know how much something still hurts us until someone brings it up. And then suddenly we burst into tears. Have you ever had that happen? I have. You know what I mean? I remember once in therapy where she was like, well, how did you feel about your father, you know, leaving you or whatever? And I thought, I don't know, I hadn't cried about it in years. And then suddenly I just got real sad about it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, man, I'm actually kind of still sad about that, you know? And you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like this is such a nice reading. I really like this one for you guys, like so much. I think this is going to be, I think you're really opening a lot of good doors and you're moving past a lot of energy that just is not in alignment with who you are. People, situations, and like I said, it's multiple doors and you'll be happy and peaceful. So do know that you're not losing anything that you value. Like, don't think that somebody you love is leaving you, especially if the relationship is good. This is the stuff that you're going to be like peacefully letting go of. You're like, okay, this is going to bring me more like zen in my life, you know, rather than, you know, destruction per se, you know what I mean? So don't think you're losing something in a destructive manner. This is all very, like I said, peaceful in the way that it comes about, and it's an easy transition. So with that being said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you in advance for those of you that leave comments and tips on the channel or go to my wish list. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, my friends. So you've chosen group number 2 here with this beautiful sofa. Okay, let's see, what kind of cards do you have? Let me see if I can, yeah, there we go, it worked. So what door is opening for you in life next, and where is it leading you? Is it something you've manifested, or is it something that maybe it's going to be a surprise to you? Let's find out. So we've got love, true love and fidelity. So we know love is involved, obviously, right off the bat. And again, this could be romantic love. It could be loyal, friends. But it mentions fidelity. So there's that strong feeling of loyalty, fidelity, somebody who's committed, this sort of energy. We've also got the Ace of Cups. We have the Journey. And we've got the Bee. Beautiful. So you guys, okay. So the Ace of Cups, of course, can talk about an overflow of emotion, feeling happy, feeling joyful, feeling peaceful. It's just a nice, nice card. And with true love and fidelity, this feels like romance, to be honest. For a lot of you, I really do feel like you're opening the door to love, like somebody who really, really cares about you. With the Journey here, it could be somebody at a distance. But for some of you, this might be that you've been on quite a journey for this. Like you've been waiting, maybe for a while. Maybe this is like, when will my ship come in? You know what I mean? Because look at the ship, it's like coming in. It's like, when will that ship come in? I'm ready for it already. Come on. Right? And so that's definitely for some of you. It's interesting because we have the Bee, and I know the Bee is often associated with work. And maybe for some of you, you are meeting loyal people in your job. But actually, we do talk about activity, solidarity, and community in this particular deck. So it's number 44, by the way, so that might be something special. We also have number 10. But yeah, it says here the Bee. These small animals feature in many folkloric beliefs around the world, weaving an incredibly rich mythology for themselves. They have been seen as messengers between worlds, related to the art of divination, and have become close companions of humankind throughout history, giving rise to lovely traditions such as telling the bees. Various species of bees live in eusociality, with the well-being of the colony relying on the cooperation of the insects. The Bee card represents the active, harmonious, and communal aspects of our lives. And I love this because I do feel like there's that sense of community that's coming through here too. And for some of you, maybe you're building a community. Maybe there's like, maybe for some of you, if you're an online, person, like you do something social media. As an example, this could be like building up a wonderful community for yourself, and a loyal one that really cares about you as well. Let me see here. What door is opening? Oof. Dang. Oh, we have donation, pray, and religion. So I feel like for a lot of you, you've been manifesting this or doing even rituals, perhaps. Again, this might mean that you are becoming more spiritual by nature. You know, maybe you're also opening the door to become more, perhaps, active towards your faith in some way. Oh my God, look at that. Vow. Oh my goodness. Vow, wish, hope, and worship. And again, it's almost like you've prayed for this. Maybe for some of you, you've done spell work, prayer, ritual, like, you know what I mean? And I do feel like you're opening that door to where you feel faith in some sort of presence. It's almost like, I know I'm being watched out for. I know that, you know, it was all meant to be. You know what I mean? I do feel like there will be something coming through here on this journey, like this new door that's opening. I do feel like there's something you desire that's coming your way, and this is actually a physical object. So some of you might be getting like a new car, literally, or there's like a bigger item coming your way. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like this is something very physical, and it might seem a bit superficial. You know what I mean? Like, you get that guitar you've been wanting that was like, you know, too expensive or whatever, that Gibson. Or it's like a car or something like that. But I definitely feel like there's some sort of like superficial item coming your way, but you're going to very much like appreciate it, enjoy it. It might even feel like you get some sort of extravagance. You know what I mean? Like more than you could have hoped for or dreamed for, you know? We have here commitment, binding, obstruction, and contract. I actually am not worried about this in the sense, I know he looks kind of like pissed off in this card, but honestly, in this case, with the cards that are coming out here, I don't really feel like commitment. I think it's actually good commitments. Honestly, like you may be really also committed to something and you are making it happen, and perhaps some of you are starting new rituals as well. You know, like in making commitments to yourself, to your goals, to your dreams, to your hopes. You know what I mean? Some of you might be really making, like I said, more spiritual rituals in your life, right? Like maybe it's daily meditation or, you know, like prayer or whatever it may be. What door is opening for them? Ooh, we have some justice here. So the sense of balance, equality, neutrality, and logic. Love it. So yeah, it does feel like if you felt like things were a bit unfair or unbalanced in your life, especially, that's where a sense of balance is coming in. Where I think there will be a little bit more, or there'll be that feeling of equality a little bit more. And you may be, wow, that's interesting. We've got here third wheel, and we've got here homeless. So with third wheel and homeless, of course, too, we could see if you have, I think this is probably specific to some of you, but I do feel like if you've been dumped or you've been cheated on, especially for those of you, it's like it's the next door, it's like bringing you somebody faithful, you know? And maybe that's why that fidelity card is so important for some of you, because you're going to get that partner that has loyalty and fidelity to you. And for others of you, like I said, if there is like sort of somebody that's been screwing you over, even because we have enemy, distrust, you know, with justice, and if you felt like a failure, castaway, and there's like some other person involved, I do feel like there is justice. Wow, sorry. I do feel like there's justice involved in this as well. So that's nice. Okay, let's see what else. I'll use my blessing cards, huh? So blessings coming their way. Ooh, you've met a goal. Like I told you, I feel like for a lot of you, you're manifesting this. Like you already know kind of exactly what this is. Like, you know what I mean? You manifesting love. You're manifesting, you know, good community as an example. These sorts of aspects. We got the crush. Somebody likes you. Yeah, so you're definitely attracting somebody new. This group is definitely, and we also have apology, a sincere apology is coming. That's interesting because of the Justice card and the other stuff that came out. Maybe for some of you, you're going to get an apology that really helps you heal and move on. Because with the Ace of Cups, we definitely get that guarantee of something fresh, something new. You know what I mean? Whether it's a fresh start with somebody or, you know, a totally new one. I do kind of feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be a totally new one, but, you know. And maybe this is also the universe's apology to you in a way, like, here, you know, let's get what do you deserve, instead of, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 2. I think I'll leave it at that. I feel like this one was super, super, super straightforward. And just like, yeah, right. It just like very, very precise. And I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for leaving tips, for going on my wish list. Like, I really, honestly, you guys make me a happy person, like, with all of your kindness, your support. So I really appreciate you. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are. And I will see you next time. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3, this is your reading. So let's see, what door are you opening? Is it one that you've been manifesting? Is it one that you expect, or is it unexpected? We'll find out. So we've got the Satyr with revelry and indulgence. We've got the Justice card. We've got Hope, Big Water. And we've got the Sickle, number 38. So we have number 38 and also number 11 and 36. I really feel like some of you are actually cutting out indulgence. Some of you might be moving into an area of your life where you're taking a more balanced approach. It's so interesting with the Sickle, because I just want to read this card for you. It says here, harvest results in reward. As we cut and harvest the fruits of our garden, we do not only see the sustenance that they will give us, but also the seasons spent preparing the soil, feeding it with nutrients, sowing the seeds, waiting patiently, and caring for the plants. Harvesting is not the simple act of taking from the earth, but only the final step in a long process of dedicated work, one that sees us as beneficial parts of a functioning system. The Sickle card invites us to consider how the best results often come from well-established routines, healthy paces, and committed work. And this is really nice because some of you might, especially where you've been more indulgent, lazy, you know, maybe you haven't been very balanced in your approach to something. Maybe it's like too much sugar or smoking or alcohol or laziness, you know what I mean? Just being lazy, you know what I mean? It's going to be like I feel like you're creating healthier routines for yourself. And for some of you, really, I do think you're letting go of a certain addiction or bad habit. And I feel like this is going to be something that really brings you actually a lot of joy. That Hope, Big Water is a very good card. It's one of the most positive ones in this particular deck. And so it definitely feels like, I really feel like you're letting something go. Sorry, my throat being weird. I really do feel like, because with the waterfall, it's like I look at it and I think of just things going down, you know what I mean? And so I do feel like in some way it's like you're just releasing something. And especially with that Sickle. Here we have Alliance. Number 8, we have Robbery, Triumph, Libation. I don't even know if this is, this one's I don't know if that's actually a word, libation. It probably is. But anyway, I always wonder that. I'm like, am I just saying a nonsense word? Because some of the deck has nonsense words in it. We have here Alliance, Trust, Honesty, and Compatibility. So, I mean, this card's been coming out a lot. I think it's come out for each group so far. But anyway, this could indicate meeting people and allies in your life. And that's funny because I didn't mention allies in the other groups when I saw this card, even though it says alliance. But yeah, it says trust, honest, compatibility. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you are becoming more compatible, I think, and loyal towards what you want to be in your life. We have here robbery as well, exploitation, and caution, unfairness. I do feel like you guys are triumphing over some unfairness, and I love it with justice. Some of you might be letting go of a court case. Some of you might be getting custody. Some of you might, find yourself moving forward in a positive way for sure, especially if there has been exploitation or unfairness in your life. Because of that justice card, it's almost like, well, you've put a lot of good effort into this, and the universe is going to reward you with this harvest. This is definitely something where I do kind of feel like some of you have been hoping and praying for this, to be honest, especially with the hope, big water, and then with this libation, like donation, pray, religion. It almost feels like you've been doing something for this or praying for this. And I do feel like your thoughts or your wishes are heard. And even if you felt like maybe it's been elusive or things have been a bit unfair, if someone's been indulgent or something like that in your own life, there might be justice kind of served in this situation as well. Yeah, we have number 58, 19, 59, 8, 38, and 36. And 11, 36 over there. Oh yeah, you're definitely getting some good karma actually. Like I feel like the door that you're opening, it's bringing you good karma. Like you're going to get something back because you've been doing good works in some way, that you've been morally sound. You've got a good heart. You've done some things that are really good, for other people. You have a good heart. Some of you are really actually having some good financial ideas as well. And some of you might actually be moving towards building money up finally as well. Or somehow building up money, saving on something. Some of you might also kind of start a journey with saving towards something or really building towards something. But yeah, let's see. Blessings ahead. We have knowledge, a new area of learning. Happiness within the family. And friendship, right? Yeah. Friendship blossoms. Like I told you, I do feel like that a lot of you are attracting a good friend, somebody new, an ally in your life. And we've got family. Like I said, happiness within the family. So that's also something here. We could see more stronger alliances within the family as well. There could be justice within the family. We could also see like success that brings the family, good things as an example. And then again, the new area of learning. Some of you might be learning something totally new, whether it's a new skill, hobby, whatever, I feel like you're gaining knowledge. Whether it's like the first year I started my garden, I learned a lot. And this year I'm sure I'll learn a lot. You know what I mean? Like anytime we do something new, we tend to learn a lot. We gain knowledge. And I think in a lot of ways it'll be helpful for you. And because the sickle came out too, I kind of wonder if some of you might be gardening or doing something like that here as well. Some of you might be interested in preservation. Preserving as an example. Especially because of robbery, it's almost like looking at what you can do to secure yourself from unknown expenses, problems, difficulties. And if you do something like that, I want to tell you there's great reward for that. Like you will actually reap the benefits of this. It wouldn't be a waste of your time or energy. And if some of you have been feeling like that need, it might be something intuitively within you that's drawing you there. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing, you guys. I think your new chapter, your next door that you're opening, is towards a place where you might even feel indulgent because you're actually getting stuff, like you're harvesting something and balance is coming and there's just more. Again, there's good people around you and new knowledge coming your way. I think, like I said, with idea and the money savings card, it makes me feel like you are having some pretty good financial decisions. So I would definitely trust the financial ideas you've had recently or will have in the next few days, because I feel like this will come on rather quickly. It's like a light bulb goes off and you're like, oh, I'll make money that way, or I'll make this, or I'll do this. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's what I have for you. I really hope it helps. Lots of love to you guys for being here. And if you have any, thing to say, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Your comments mean a lot to me. And of course, for those of you that leave tips on my channel, that go on my wish list, that, extend your kindness to me in any way, shape, or form, whether it's, just something free or it's something more. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 4 here with these beautiful deer couple, look at that. Let's see what door is opening for you. I feel like so many of you feel like you're going back to something that was before. With that darkness looms on the horizon, it feels like you guys don't necessarily see this door opening. Maybe some of you that are watching are at a kind of hopeless place in your life where or maybe you're dreading something. For some of you, this might be an outcome of something that's a lot better than what you're anticipating. Look at this card, the runes here, number 47. It says here, walking through the moor, your tired feet step through the soft heather that tinges the heels with purples and greens. The terrain gets more rugged as you approach the ruins of an old building nestled in brambles. A crow perched on the top of it caws, "Do you remember this place?" The ruins card invites us to recall specific moments of our past, even the painful ones, and reflect on how they shaped us. So, I feel like for a lot of you, with that darkness that looms on the horizon and the ruins, maybe some of you are going to be experiencing something that really changes your perspective. I feel like a lot of you are coming to, I love this because with the raven, and then we have the crow. So the crow and the raven are showing up very strongly. But look we have the sun. And it's almost like that song, that George Harrison wrote for the Beatles. Here comes the sun, do 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 do. I feel like that's going to be a theme song of like when you walk through the store, it's like that song's playing, you know what I mean? Like if you picture it in that sense, because it's like darkness looms, but no, the sun comes out. It's actually not what you think it is. And I feel like with the ruins, it's like the past may have defined the way that you look at the future, because it does. I mean, we naturally learn, and cope and, pick up behaviors, beliefs, ideas, and stuff from the experiences that we had. You know what I mean? It's hard for people to grow out of like poverty mindset as an example, or to get out of, limiting mindsets as an example, especially if we didn't have a whole lot, in our lives. And maybe, for instance, again, the past defines, it feels like you're going into a whole new chapter. And like I said, with the sun, this promises warmth. It promises that feeling of like spring, summer, where things are just, there's no heavy clothes, there's no heavy anything. It's just like very light, Like, I just love that. And of course, look at this. We have unexpected money. So for some of you, there are riches in some way coming your way, money, stability. We have number 47, 27, number 4, number 19. And we also have meetings, important meetings. I do feel like you are meeting up with people as well on this journey through the door. What is going on here? Oh, I love it. Look at this. you can relax. The next door that you're opening is actually one that's very good for you. We have number 22 and number 69. With this card, we have origin, initiation, creativity, and vitality. So I feel like you're growing something strong and healthy for your future. And again, there's this sense of newness. The ruins are the past. You're building fresh. We also have here relaxation, peace, tranquility, and easiness. It's like kicking back and relaxing. We have here strategy as well. And for a lot of you, I think with the darkness looms on the horizon, even if you have certain, challenges that you're aware of, as an example, I feel like you're going to have the strategies to kind of handle these things and deal with them accordingly, right? And some of you it's like your planning is going to come into factor here. We also have eternal love, and it says here eternity, consistency, and soulmate. So some of you might actually be meeting your forever person or doing something important, building new with your forever person, like the type of person you grew old with, or somebody that will be in your life for a very long time, is what I feel from this. If you are in competition with somebody, or there's like a sense of like someone coming between you and another, whether it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, it could be friends, family, co-workers, who knows. But we see triumph over these things. With enemy, distrust, and flirtatiousness, those are the card, kind of meanings here associated with the third wheel. I know the card very much focuses on like, it almost seems like a romance, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just enemies, people you're distrustful of, etc., etc. And here we have achievement, victory, and success. So it feels like you're, coming and winning over these things. And there can be that period of relaxation. And it's like you're not going back there to those ruins. Even if this is something that happened in the past, again, with a third wheel, if you've ever been like, cheated on, or somebody's been unfaithful to you, or, you had these sorts of things, it might be that you're able to really either start fresh with that person or start fresh in your life, especially if that's something you don't want to go back to. You know what I mean? But I kind of feel like I don't know. I'm not going to say either way. I feel like, especially if you've had a lot of anger about something, or something's really bugged you in particular, there's that sense of relaxation and freshness and newness coming. We have here promise. So responsible, confirmation, and assurance. This could be even somebody that you've been mad at, fought with, or something coming back around and promising you a different, situation, a different scenario. But for others of you, like I said, I think a lot of this is like the things that have kind of pissed you off in the past. It's like it's not repeating. And I'm not saying that you guys are taking somebody back, by the way, necessarily, especially. I think for some of you that where maybe it's like farther, like ruins, as if it was like a little bit farther back. It's sort of like, no, this is going to be a different person, a different situation. It's going to obviously play out differently in, a group reading like this, but we definitely have money coming in. And then we have, of course, that important meeting with somebody. We have a flirtatious experience. We have apology, a sincere apology is coming. That card's like, loving this. I'm going to take, we got wellness and romance. Okay. You guys got a few more than the rest, but we have apology though. So for some of you, really, there is that sincere apology coming. But for others of you, look at this. We have something new and fun. So I think, like, for those of you, because I know some of you will come to the reading, you're like, there's no freaking way in hell I'm taking somebody from the past. They can all go get, You know what I mean? And totally, you know, I feel you on that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that you should do anything like that. And I think for some of you, though, maybe apology could fix this. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's not just an apology. I will tell you, especially for some of you, it's not just an apology. It's not just words. I do feel like it's followed through with action. You know what I mean? Like, it's not empty words, hollow promises. You know what I mean? Anyway, we have here adventure, something new and fun. So I do feel like this door that's opening for you, it's leading you towards new adventures. It's like you're leaving the ruins behind. And I do really just sense like such a nice energy for the future with the sun. Like I told you, here comes the sun is what I'm getting. And then of course here we have wellness. Your health is improving. And think about the sun in terms of our vitality. You know what I mean? So a lot of you might be really feeling more energy, right? And because the sun provides us with, you know, so much good stuff, vitamin D and all these sorts of things. And plants, of course, it helps them grow and strong and healthy. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's that sense of well-being. You know what I mean? Your overall well-being, your overall energy is just going up. You know, and then we have romance. You will receive a romantic gesture. So we have two cards definitely telling us and highlighting that there is love involved here. And I already kind of thought so with the meetings, but that eternal love and promise card really kind of solidified that for me, for you guys. I really do feel like, again, improvement in relationships, even if it's like, you know, you have a current relationship and you're trying to like fix it or something. I feel like there's that, you know, better things ahead. Some of you, especially those are in a partnership, you guys might be making a long-term adjustment in your life. That's good. That's fruitful. And again, I just feel this period of relaxation. It almost feels like there's a sense of dread for some of you. Like you're just like worried, like, oh, I got to pay that thing, or I got to do this, or I got to do that. It's like that, you know, that feeling where you just get that nasty feeling in your stomach. I don't know. I get it like in between my stomach and my heart. And it just gets, I get this sinking feeling. I don't know how you guys get it. I don't know if that's just like universal or if it's my thing, but, and it's just like you feel that dread, I guess. It's like, that's what I would describe it as. And it's like, no, you're not, that's where you've been. It's not where you're going. That part of your life is over. And because I do feel like in some way this is like maybe linked towards past situations. Oh, I'm going to be poor again, or I'm going to be this again, or I'm going to be that again, or I'm going to be blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get cheated on again. I'm going to be, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's going to be something that's individual, you know, to you in some way. But like I said, I do feel money coming through, and I do feel meetings. I feel like some of you actually might have a meeting at work soon that could be quite nice. Like maybe there's bonus coming your way or something good. I won't promise that for all. I think that'd be a little unrealistic, but I can tell you all of you should experience some sort of unexpected money coming your way. I want to say within the next 4 months. Is what I'm getting, 3 to 4 months. But yeah, and maybe for some of you even sooner than that, it might be within the month or 3 to 4 weeks, you know what I mean, from the time that you watch this. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. I am so glad you guys were here today in this reading, and I really hope it was helpful for you. Thank you, like I said, for being here. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for liking, for taking the time, you know, to listen to me and support me. And of course, for those of you that leave tips or go on my wish list and, you know, show your appreciation that way, I really do appreciate it as well. And I wish you all the very, very best. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day wherever you are in this world, and I will see you next time. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 5, the last group, let me just cleanse the area. The moon disappeared. Oh no, there it is. I've been looking at the moon. It's getting fuller and fuller. It's dark outside, so it's like I get to see it. So you've chosen group number 5, the last group. I hope I didn't say number 4. I might have, because I always do 4 groups. So if I said that, I'm so sorry. But you know what's weird if I did say that? Before I started this reading, I was going to say something really specific and weird, and then I kind of got distracted by the moon and all this other stuff. But when I finished the last group, the camera was on 1212 exactly, and I thought for some of you, if you've been seeing 1212, you might be drawn to group number 4. That was what came through my head. So I don't know, maybe some of you want to listen to group number 4. We have here the shield. You are safe from harm. we have got the Five of Swords, High Honors, and Briar. So we have number 54, we have 5 as well, 25, and 5 of Swords. So there's so many 5s. That's really interesting. So it's group 5, but there are also lots of 5s in here. Well, this is very interesting because Briar has thorns. And it mentions here caution, danger, and boundaries. At the edge of the garden, where plants grow wild, thrives a patch of bramble and briar. Dog roses intertwine with bushes of blackberries, creating a dense and thorny thicket. Those who dare harvest berries there often pick a few cuts as well. The briar card calls for caution and invites us to consider possible dangers. Boundaries are often there for a reason, and we should think carefully before daring to cross them. Well, that's kind of interesting because of the shield card right next to it. You are safe from harm. We also have High Honors and then that Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords can speak of difficult situations, kind of like strife, arguments, problems, and all these sorts of things. I kind of feel here that going through this next door, you're safe from these situations. And here with High Honors, it makes me feel as if you are getting some sort of honor. Maybe even despite cutthroat people or bad situations. We have here loneliness. Oh, we have care, stress, readiness. Let me get one more here. Oof. An idea. Okay. So we have that loneliness card, which makes me think as if some of you might feel a bit lonely. And not on your journey or where you're going through this door, but like you've felt that way. Perhaps with the Five of Swords, you've been hurt, or there's been certain strife in your, because you know there are a lot of, there's like 3 people in that card. And so again, it could be situations where maybe you feel like everyone's against you, that you can't really move. For some of you, this might be at work. Like maybe if you feel like you have a shitty work environment, like maybe unhealthy, not friendly. I won't say that's for all of you, per se. Some of you might be actually benefiting in a difficult situation, though, as well. It doesn't have to be at work. I just kind of threw that out there as a possibility. It feels here like there's definite protection. I just get the sense that there must be something that you've been facing that was kind of difficult. Here we have stress, maybe. We have headache, pressure, lack of sleep. For some of you, your mojo will come back. You might feel a lot more like energetic, happy as well. Like especially if you felt like you had constraints on you. Because even think about the briar, it's like you got to move very carefully through something. And it's like, you know, sometimes we might feel that way when we don't have a whole lot of time, or we're stressed out, or we're more likely to make mistakes, as an example, or we're not allowed to, like, not allowed. I mean, it's not that we're not allowed, but it's like our brain doesn't allow us to really explore new things, you know, per se. And I do feel this shield of protection around you, to be honest. We also have here care. So we have parenthood, patron, and support. And I feel like one thing I will say is that somebody with High Honors, I do feel like that there is somebody that wants to honor you and support you in some way. Someone might be ready to fund an idea of yours or support an idea of yours. Someone might have an idea to kind of give you some sort of honor as well. And this may be like that because there are certain, it's almost like for some of you, you're winning in a situation, or you're coming out of a difficult, sticky kind of situation, or like I said, where it's been kind of stressful. For those of you that want to have a baby, of course, this could be a very good, you know, card here. If you've been stressed about pregnancy, maybe it's like you're worried about miscarriage or something like that, or you're worried about something like this. It's like you're getting you're not going to have that. It's not going to be that way. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Because parenthood here is here. And so some of you, I wonder if you're like longing for a little one. Or even if you've been navigating difficult times with a child. There might be like, maybe for some of you, it's like your child comes and is like, hey, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Some of you even might hear, especially if you had like, maybe you were raising a child and you didn't always have maybe the best circumstances even with the Five of Swords and the Briar. Maybe there were things that happened, or, you know what I mean, and you're worried about it. It's like, I don't know, I just feel like there's a good feeling here. There's a good feeling here. And some of you might worry about a child or something, like how you want to protect them from the world as well. We have winner. The odds are in your favor. That's funny because I mentioned that you could maybe win out in a difficult situation. Oh yeah, we have happiness within the family. And that's what I was going to say. Regardless, like there's happiness in the family, whether it's your own parents or, you know, you're a parent, or there's something there with family. And we also have your health is improving too. So that's a nice one to get. You're protected, you're safe from harm if you've been navigating, you know, health issues. I don't do health readings, by the way. So, you know what I mean? Like, don't think you hear this and you're not going to go to the doctor. Okay? Alert. Red alert. Danger, danger. Like my kids used to watch Max and Ruby, my daughter in particular. And I remember there was this one scene, and it stuck in my head because she'd watch that episode, I feel like, all the time. It was like, red alert, danger, danger. It was like right in the range of the Backyardigans. I think she watched that episode. I like that episode. I still like that song. Oh gosh, good times. Anyway, but yeah, no, here we have wellness, health improving, but like red alert, danger, danger. Don't like stop acting on anything just because I said that. Okay, okay. And then we have here friendship. A friendship blossoms here. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you might be, you know, on this door opening up. It's like you're getting friendship here. You're getting people that care about you, or a person who really cares about you. You'll receive a favor. I do feel like someone's gonna, I told you, I really kind of feel with the honors card that somebody might actually be looking out for you, almost like a patron. Okay, it doesn't, for some of you that may not even be family, especially for those of you not resonating with that part. And for some of you, this is actually like a patron that's going to be like doing you a favor, or like somehow bestowing something on you. You know what I mean? It's like they see you and they see potential in you, or they see something in you. And I feel like that's going to be something that, you know, works in your favor. Especially if you felt like people were just down on you, you know? You know, like that. Some people are the people who have like lots of ideas, and then everyone just kind of shit talks them or doesn't really want to do much. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're going to be ready to do something, like prepare, because you're going to be doing some things. You're going to be acting on some ideas, and it feels like you've got support here. Whether it's from your family, or it's from a patron, or a leader of some kind, or somebody who's really seeing your potential. This is good stuff. I feel like someone's really got your back as well. And this might be a higher up too at your work. For some of you, especially like if you have a job, this might be like that higher up or something coming in. For some of you, it might be getting in contact with somebody, like, you know, in your work field. There could be somebody new coming in. It might kind of play out differently, but it's almost like somebody is like recognizing you. They see your potential, they see your readiness, and it's like they're definitely on your side. Like, you know what I mean? They got your back, they got loyalty towards you. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing, you guys. I really, really hope that you like this reading, that it was helpful for you. And what interesting messages. I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you so much for being here, for your support, for your kindness, comments, likes, subscribing. I appreciate it. For those of you that leave tips on the channel, I really appreciate that too. And for those of you that go on my wish list sometimes and get me something, that's really nice too. I just appreciate all, you know, of your your kindness, you know, regardless of what it is. I really do. And it always warms me up and makes me feel good just to see a comment. So thank you for being here, and lots of love. Bye-bye.